Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today we talk about cars.
Upgrading cars in general. If you guys are new to this channel, we usually talk about money, and car is probably one of the biggest expense when it comes to raising a family.
Yes.
This is based on our experience. There was an article that you just saw,
Yeah.
and figured, you know what, it's somewhat related.
Yes, it's really related because at a certain point you want to have a bigger car. So this article is about Australia. They're having a habit of getting a bigger car and upgrading to a four-wheel drive or SUV.
We call that family car.
Family car, yes.
Yeah. This is from our experience. We went from a small car, a little get-around car, and then we bought a bigger car.
Because we had a newborn.
Yeah, and giving
we
you
thought
guys...
we need that.
So if you are thinking of having a family, or if you're looking at, thinking of upgrading, you gotta upgrade for multiple reasons, not just because, well, for us anyway, we upgrade for multiple reasons, multi-use of it. So hopefully this gives you guys an understanding how we go about doing things when it comes to money as well.
Yes.
So
based on that article, you will put it in the description, hopefully.
I will. Yeah. I will try my best to remember to put it down in the description below where we found this article.
Yeah, based on the survey, Australian drivers are looking to supersize their cars. So shows that more than a quarter of drivers are planning to buy a bigger car in the next 12 months. A quarter, that's quite a lot, like 25% of it. And there are only 5% of the people thinking to downsize. And main reason, well, one in 10, the reason is because of COVID, lockdown, cannot travel overseas. So you just upgrade to a bigger car to travel interstate or locally in your states.
That can relate to that. We had a friend that is actually doing that at the current stage.
Yeah.
A typical, I guess, they have a budget of international travel. We have the same thing. We have a budget of international travel. So instead of that, we have to do local.
Yes.
Because we can't, I guess, go on a plane. Well, not like we can't. It's just that most people, like ourselves, try not to go on a plane. So they decided to upgrade their car to go around Australia for about 6 months. So kind of wish I could do that, which we should have. But
one day we will.
One day we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's beside the point. The point is, people do upgrade, and I can see how, like, the enticement in the past 12 months, let's say, all purely because of COVID.
Yes.
So, on.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you buy a bigger car, not only the cost of the car itself is higher, but the other costs associated with it are a lot more higher. And when we bought it, we didn't think of it.
You didn't calculate it.
I didn't know anything.
Because you just drive it, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are, I guess, that is taking care of the maintenance, the insurance, the fuel costs, I guess the financial side of it, this might be related to you.
Yeah.
For us anyway, when it comes to car expenditure, I deal with all of them, and my wife just deals with the driving part of it.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, for the car, not only the month, if you're going for finance, the monthly car repayment is not the only cost you have to face. One is the cost is higher, and also you need to pay more for register, insurance, fuel and service, and even a car wash will cost you more.
Yeah, from my experience alone, like insurance on the car, we drive 2 different cars at the current stage. The small one is Hyundai Accent, which what we are in at the current stage. Yeah. The other one is Honda CR-V. All of those costs related does actually reflect what the article is stating. Yeah. Give you an understanding. Let's say from 0 to a full tank on a Hyundai Accent, it's probably costing me roughly about $40, $40 to $50, depending on the fuel price and depending how I drive. Whereas on a Honda CR-V, it can get up to $80 to $90 or so. And the range it's shorter on a bigger car as well.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Even
use more fuel.
You use more fuel, and because we've got a lot of stuff as well in the car.
Yeah.
You know, every time we use the bigger car, we always
Go camping.
Yeah, we have to utilize everything. It's got to be 4 people. It's got to utilize a lot of boot space and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So that's a fuel consumption side.
Insurance,
it goes up. I mean, this one here on the Accent, it's roughly about 1,200, 1,300, and on the CRV it's roughly about 1,600 to 1,700. Even though the car is mostly in the garage. Even though I don't drive as much.
I know, we rarely use it. It's more like a weekend car nowadays.
It's a family outgoing car.
Yep, the decision we bought it was because the old car is just cannot put a pram at all. You cannot fit a pram in there.
This car can't put a pram.
No, you can't. Well, maybe those foldable, really small,
very
compact
small
travel,
yeah.
but because our kids are so close to age, we have the double pram.
Yeah.
It's just really hard to put it in a small hatchback.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we got it and we thought we were going to travel a lot, but we did not. When you have a newborn, you just want to stay at home or around your local area. I used to push the pram around and walking instead of driving somewhere, because taking kids out is quite a lot of work, especially for our younger one. She doesn't like the car. She's better now, a lot better, but she did not like it at all.
Yeah.
So if your kid is there, just forget about the car.
I guess like in the beginning, now I'm seeing other new parents out there. Like we have a few friends that are just having a baby, and the first thing that they think is like, I need a brand new car.
Yes, brand new.
Brand new, off the shelf from the dealership.
Yeah.
Or if not, custom built.
Yeah.
Because we had a few of those. For us, doesn't make any sense. Like for us, we buy our second hand.
Yeah.
We had a budget of about $10,000 or so.
Yeah. But then our friend sold it to us because they need to upgrade to a 7-seater. That's why we got our CRV from our friend. We got it for 15
instead of 10.
Yeah.
Our budget was 10.
But that car, when we bought it, was 7 years already, and now it's 13 years car. Still good, mechanically
sound was still good. I guess a couple of paint is started to peel, but that's about it.
13 years.
But for us, it's like, well, the usability is still there.
Yeah.
Do you really need a brand new car? Not really. Do you really need an upgrade on car? Possibly.
Depends
depending
on what car you're driving.
Depending where you're driving and depending where you live, obviously. All of that actually does taking into account. Because on top of that, we look at it, well, instead of us spending, how much is it, 50 grand I think it is? 50 or 60 grand?
Yeah, okay, you mean...
Like a brand new car?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a Japanese car, yeah, $50,000 or $60,000. But if you're looking for a European, that would be close to $100,000.
Yes.
$100,000.
$100,000, is it really worth it? Financial side of it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, and mainly, if you still pay as you go, you work 9 to 5 in the office or at home, how often do you drive your car anyway?
Yeah, so for the first 3 years of us owning it, we barely use it.
Yeah.
And at best, we gone to the shops, which is like about 5 kilometers away.
What are you talking about? Shops downstairs?
No, as in like if we're going to the big hub.
Okay, the other. Yep,
a
like
big
Westfield.
hub, Westfield shopping centre.
Yeah, it's
about
really close.
10 k's away from where we live, 5 k's away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not far at all.
And we don't even need to go there. Majority of the time we live.
We go once a month, maybe.
Yeah.
At best.
Like majority of the time we have our food hub anyway, like Coles, groceries.
Yeah.
We can go downstairs. It's a walking distance. And because we don't have any families in here, we don't need to visit anyone.
Yeah, that's another thing.
So we don't see we don't need to go other places, and we can't go far because it's a headache. The hassle.
It is.
You gotta bring the pram, you gotta bring formula. What if you forgot this? By the time you get there, you're really tired. Forget it. We decided to stay at home.
Correct.
Anything in the article?
No, it's just about price of the car. At the end is, if you're buying a brand new one, upgrade, and some of them close to $100,000, and I don't even know what is the monthly repayment for that. Maybe $2,000, let's say. Would that be
we never
I don't
bought
know.
any of our cars on
Finance.
finance. We buy cars cash outright, save up for it.
Yes.
So if you really need to get a bigger car, then do whatever it takes.
Get a second hand
Get a
instead of brand new if you can.
Yeah. And it's like the opportunity cost, like you always say, right?
Yeah.
So the opportunity cost. So would you rather sunk in, what is it, $50,000 on a brand new car?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you do the other way around, like what we did? We sunk in $15,000
And use the rest of
And
the
then the
money
rest-
for investment.
that can produce, let's say, 10% return each year.
Yeah. Well, let's do the numbers. I like the numbers. So that would be 35,000 surplus, right? 35,000 times 10%. So that would be 3,500.
$3,500 per year that you could have earned on your money.
Yeah, let's say you use $3,000 to travel. That would be enough in a day, right?
So
That's more than enough.
Yeah, that could possibly be your a family travel for us anyway.
Yes.
$3,000 would be our typical.
Oh no! Normally our travel is cheaper than that, like $1,000 only. Everything we're on budget.
So, now I get it. You like that as a guy anyway. You like that, brand new car smell, the feeling. It feels good because it's brand new.
Yeah.
But financially, it doesn't make sense. Like, let's say a car loan that is gonna cost you 10% on the interest, or 5% on the interest.
I don't know what's the interest. Some of them like advertising like 2 or 3% only.
Okay, so let's say 5%. So that'd be you'd be paying $50,000 plus 5% if you're doing it within 1 year, for example.
No, normally like what, 3 to 5
3
years?
to 5 years.
Yeah.
So with a balloon of 3 to 5 years. But for us, it's like, nah, minimize the headache. I don't want to pay more for my car. Rather pay in cash. And if you can't afford it, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
We waited until we actually have the money, and then we pay in cash.
Yeah, I think the main thing is delay gratification, we always say, and be patient. Well, when you reach there, when you make your goal, when you can achieve your goal, actually you think, oh, it's really easy. Do I really need that goal? I'll go for the next one.
Yeah, like that's always happened to us. It's like, oh, I want to get this, whatever this is, and then I'm gonna save up for it. By the time you're able to afford it, by the time that you can pay in cash, you think twice. Do I really need to buy this brand new?
Because we work so hard and save so hard for that.
Yeah.
That's
like
one
he goes,
thing.
oh, do we really need to buy this? And if we do need to buy this, can I buy this second hand?
Yeah.
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 So do I really need to buy it brand new? What are the pros and cons brand new? For me, it's like financially it doesn't make any sense buying a car brand new, where it depreciates straight away by the time you get out of the dealership. I mean, you can't buy a car that you personally custom built for X amount of dollars, and then you expect to, let's say, sell it again for higher.
Yeah.
Me as a consumer, as a buyer, I'm like,
I want a bargain.
I want a bargain.
Yeah, I don't want it more expensive. I buy second hand or used one only because I want it cheaper.
Yeah. Although, having said that, we're thinking of upgrading one day.
Few years later,
In a few
that's the
years'
plan.
time.
Yeah.
So even when we're upgrading, there's like a psychology that I have to go through. Like the main part would be, for example, what are we up to at the moment in terms of the car?
What do you mean?
It's got to be a certain dollar figure, but at the same time, we have to make X amount of dollars of income. It's like a goal for us.
We have to have our investment vehicles to generate certain amount of money for us. First, we have to achieve that goal, and then you can buy the car. You.
So I've got a goal in mind, so that's like my goalpost. As soon as I hit that, then I can afford the car.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, we'll see that when we're there. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Don't forget to subscribe, comment. Hopefully this give you guys an understanding about cars. Is it financially worth it? If not, then don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.